Here at Fayetteville Tech, our role is to help students succeed. Success can be defined as either moving on to a four-year university or leaving the college and entering the workforce. Everyone at Fayetteville Tech plays a role in our students' success, especially the faculty members. There are many commonly accepted principles of adult learning. All of these principles demonstrate the importance of a connection between the teacher and the student. All of us at Fayetteville Tech should embody these principles. Here are some great examples.
The classroom that you are viewing is very different from the traditional face-to-face classroom with the teacher in the front. Our classroom is a customizable learning lab where every student is given an individualized plan for their coursework. My job is to assist the students. When they have questions, I walk over and I help them individually. Sometimes we form small groups and work on the assignments, and sometimes the students form their own small group to work on the assignment. Here, students also learn at their own pace. Because of the way adults learn, this lab was created based on some of the principles of adult learning. Miss Malloy, I need you. All right, I'm on my way.
Adults are internally motivated and self-directed.
Through the High School Connections program, our faculty here at Fayetteville Tech do a great job of helping the students learn to become more internally motivated. Coming out of the high school, they're used to less responsibility and more structure. Through their relationships with our faculty, the High School Connection students will develop the ability to make better decisions about their future academic plans and career choices.
Knowing that students are self-directed and motivated here at Fayetteville Tech, in Student Services, we made the decision to open up an information one-stop hub over in the general classroom building. We examined all of the paperwork, all of the processes that students have to go through to apply to Fayetteville Tech and go through to the process of being admitted. This involves testing in addition to filling out paperwork for financial aid, and we show them their Gmail accounts. In addition, we show them step-by-step how to use WebAdvisor. So we guide them through the process because we know that adults are practical, they want to be respected, and we do that in Student Services here at Fayetteville Tech.
Our students are not clean slates. They bring life experiences and knowledge to our classrooms.
Our instructors are aware that adults bring life experiences and knowledge to learning experiences, respect them for that, and help them to stay focused on being goal-oriented. Our instructors provide individualized and/or small group instruction to students in a wide range of subjects, including English, mathematics, science, accounting, or other business-related fields. A signed instructor referral form is required to meet North Carolina Community College system guidelines and to ensure FTE accountability. The preferred method is for a student to obtain a direct referral form from the instructor of the course for which he or she is seeking assistance. Additionally, Smart Thinking is web-based online tutoring available to qualified Fayetteville Tech students and helps fulfill a SACS requirement to respond to both online and off-campus student needs.
In IPASS, we recognize that our students are adult learners. They're mature, they bring life experiences. Our instructors treat them as team members. Our instructors are more catalysts for learning than actually teachers. They don't just present the information. They learn with the students, and they treat the students like the adults that they are. We provide workshops that are designed based on trends that our colleagues find in their classrooms. If students are having difficulty with fractions and the math teachers all see that, we'll design a workshop for that. For instance, fractions. If students are having issues with fractions, the instructor will remind them, if you cook or bake, You use fractions every day, and I think that provides a light bulb moment for our students. And decimals, percentages, those things are something that we use every day as adults, and I think our learners are intimidated by that until we remind them. And that's what we value in our faculty and our students, is that they share that information together and they learn together.
As an instructor, I believe the workshops are valuable for our students. I encourage them to attend when I give them the weekly calendar of scheduled workshops and emphasize the ones that will be most helpful for class. Experts say it takes 7 exposures to a concept before it sticks. So I think it's important for students to hear not only from their primary instructor, but hear from other instructors and get their perspectives.
It has been a long time since I've been in the classroom. The instructors allow me to feel comfortable, and that has opened my eyes to learning, and I'm excited about my future. I am encouraged to participate in class every day to earn my qualification in life.
They are goal-oriented.
One of the things that I've noticed, particularly about adult learners, is many of them come to the different institutions, Fayetteville Tech being one of them, that they are very focused on what it is they want to do. For example, you may have a person that's getting ready to exit out of the military, and they have seen while they're in the military that they do want to continue their education in that same field. Or maybe they realize that there's some other field that they want to approach with. And they've done some research and they've found a career that interests them, and so they will be very focused as well. So in many cases, the adult learner that comes to us already has decided what they want and what their long-term goal is, and so they are very focused and motivated to do what needs to be done to successfully complete their program of study.
5 years of military service with doctors and PAs motivated me to become a PA or a doctor myself. I came back to Fayetteville Tech from Camp Lejeune because I understood the great history Fayetteville Tech had behind it. With the classrooms, you can always stop and take a moment with an instructor or even a fellow classmate to learn what you just might not be picking up at that moment.
The first part of this chapter deals with retailing. The second part deals with wholesale.
I teach marketing classes here at Fayetteville Tech, and there are a couple classes I want to talk about and some of the things we do in those classes to give students opportunities to experience this. One of the first things that the students do in that class is they go out and they evaluate different retail units and the customer service. They come back and they report to the class in an oral presentation. They evaluate the customer service experience, so they're able to use their own experiences and knowledge in order to do that. We actually go to the mall and we actually work with a visual merchandiser, and the students actually set up displays. They can see what a visual merchandiser does. They actually get to experience it and do it themselves and show their creativity. It's just a wonderful way for the students to learn. And those are some of the teaching techniques that we use in the marketing classes to give the students the opportunities to demonstrate the principles of the adult learner.
They want things to be relevant.
So they want to learn information that they are able to take into the workplace that day or later on when they finish with their degree. Relevancy orientation is actually twofold. Students want the information, need the information to be relevant to them. Instructors need to be able to make the information relevant to the student by bringing in case studies. I use case studies, or ask them, has this happened where you've worked? What was the outcome? Was it good? Was it bad? How might you have changed it? Learning what we've discussed today.
So many of our students are returning to school after a number of years, and even if they're not, many of them may have seen school as a foreign place. It's not someplace they're comfortable. Where do adults live their lives? They live their lives at work, in their community, and in their families. So I like to approach my classroom as if it was their new job. First day of class, whether it's online or in the classroom, is welcome new employees. We're so glad you're here with us. You've been selected for this special management training program. Over the next 16 weeks, we will whatever. I like their activities in class centered around the things they might encounter in a workplace or a community volunteer setting in order to make it relevant for their lives, to enable them to take whatever we do here at Fayetteville Tech and empower them to live their lives the way they want to.
And adult learners, they are practical.
We teach from a concept-based model in the classroom, and the student has an opportunity to work with patients in a clinical setting or a simulated clinical setting and a laboratory setting. Now let's say we had a patient who had problems with pain in the clinical setting. We would assign our students a patient who had pain in the clinical setting, and they would then be able to research the medications and treatments that would be implemented for this patient and the nursing care associated. This is how our students then are able to make connections with their learning from the information that they've learned in the classroom, and now they've applied it in the clinical setting.
My third and fourth semester here, I had to drop out, and I lost my job and I became homeless. I couldn't afford to come to school, but I had a lot of help from the ladies that work over in the student center. They were my support system. I'm a 2013 graduate from FTCC with my associates in early childhood education. I am currently an employee over in the Early Childhood Center.
Since becoming a work study over at the Early Childhood Center, I've really appreciated everything that they've done for me and all the work that I do, filing and doing paperwork. They really help me out and look out for me, and I really appreciate my Fayetteville Tech family.
Fayetteville Tech has helped me out tremendously, offering free classes, one per semester. The financial aid has been awesome. I'm a full-time mom, and I have a son that is 2. He's been going to Fayetteville Tech since he's been 6 weeks old. Him being 2, they really care about his development, because when he comes home and he shows me, I know that he's learning new things every day.
One of the great advantages is that I'm able to go to class, take what it is that I'm learning, and apply it to my job. What a great opportunity.
Adult learners like myself are absolutely goal-driven. I came in with one goal, and the staff and the students helped me to set short-term goals to achieve my overall objective. Not only did they help me reach my goals, they've also encouraged me to set new goals and new plans of action to continue my growth.
As a recent graduate, I'm really enjoying my Fayetteville Tech experience. And I'm already working in my field as a teacher assistant in early childhood. Coming to work, the 3 and 4-year-olds just light up my day. Seeing their faces and excitement, it warms my heart, and I'm excited about my future.
Adult learners like to be respected.
Fayetteville Tech has the resources and people who are standing by to go the extra mile as they serve, listen, and take a genuine interest in the lives of these students. When I think of how respect is shown on a daily basis within continuing education, I'm reminded of a very dedicated employee who approaches each day by asking herself, what is the best way I can reach out to students today? How may I best serve them? She reminds herself that as she listens to each student's concerns, she is investing in their future. What a great mission to have. Some are here to learn a trade and begin a career path, while others need help finding where they fit. And our goal is to take a sincere interest in each student to help them reach their full potential and ultimately become a positive influence within our community.
In order to respect your adult learners, it helps if you know something about them. So
get to know your students. Traditional college students, of course, are those who are right out of high school, have a high school diploma, and are still financially dependent on their parents. Those non-traditional students are usually 24 years of age or older, have delayed entry in high school, may not even have an actual high school diploma, perhaps a GED or some other form of adult certification. Very often they work full-time and take college classes only part-time during at least part of the year. Now in the traditional classroom, this may not be as difficult, but in the online classroom, some people may find this more challenging. Personally, I usually do an online discussion board in which I introduce myself to the students and allow them to ask questions of me, and at the same time I expect them to tell us a little bit about themselves as well, what kind of goals they've set for themselves, things like that. Help them to relate what's going on in your classroom with their own life experiences and with the goals that they've set for themselves.
Our dental instructors demonstrate respect by providing a current, evidence-based curriculum that doesn't waste time for the learner. From the first day of entering the programs, learners are immersed into the practice models for the profession. When you visit the dental clinic, you immediately see the students treating their patients and practicing their life skills. Because our students are learning in a real-world setting, we educate a better prepared professional in the workplace. Learners are provided with clear policies and procedures from the initiation of the program. Each of our instructors believes that respect earns respect.
So, as you can see, you play a huge role in the success of our students. Thank you for all that you do, and thank you for all that you're going to do to help make our students successful.